Nityamani Gora Amani Jati Udilo Aruna Pura Bhavage Nityamani Gora Amani Jati Kata Samoha Loya Sati Kelana Karavati Kata Samoha Loya Sati Kelana Tatai tatai bhagyalako anaganatai bhagyalako tatai tatai bhagyalako anaganatai bhagyalako Eme dala dala sunaranga Arani rupuri bhakti Eme dala dala sunaranga Mukunda Madhavaya Bole na Bolori Mukunda Madhavaya Davahari Bole na Bolori Madhana Bori Chini Dabasi Keori Rati Vasa Sarirata Chini Dabasi Keori Rati Vasa Sarirata Enana Julapa Madhavadeha Maeke Koya Bhavanadeha Enana Julapa Madhavadeha Maeke Koya Bhavanadeha Devi Nambajili Yasoda Sita Sarani Puri Devi Nambajili Yasoda Sita Sarani Puri Tita Tapala Dina Kelo Hori Hori Diyasita Dina Tapala Hori Dina Kelo Hori Hori Diyasita Dekeno Adina Dekeno Adi Allah Sahori Mabajari Hori Ivana Nitya Janarasa Taina Navya Viparasa Ivana Nitya Janarasa Taina Navya Viparasa Amaswaya Puri Jatana Sumi Sakai Apanakari Amaswaya Puri Jatana Sumi Gati Asi Madhurina Tivera Kalyana Sadhanaka Jagate Asi Madhurana Nitya Tumira Tapana Rupi Vikagani Purivati Avidya Tumira Tapana Rupi Hey, Krishna Namasura Koya Jaro Apakati Vinora Krishna Namasura Koya Jaro Apakati Vinora Amadina Kitunai Koa Jaro Apura Amadina Kitunai Koa Hare Krishna O Gopinath, Lord of the Gopis, please hear my request. I am a wicked materialist, always addicted to worldly desires, and no good qualities do I possess.
O Gopinath, you are my only hope, and therefore I have taken shelter. I am now your eternal
Ask the microphone.
Oh Gopinath, how will you purify me? I do not know what devotion is, and my materialistic mind is absorbed in fruitive action, fruitive work. I have fallen into this dark and perilous worldly existence.
O Gopinatha, everything here is your illusory energy. I have no strength or transcendental knowledge, and this body of mine is not independent and free from the control of material nature.
O Gopinath, the sinner who is weeping and weeping begs for an eternal place at your divine feet. Please give him your mercy.
Gopinath, you are able to do anything, and therefore you have the power to deliver all sinners. Who is there that is more of a sinner than myself?
O Gopinath, you are the ocean of mercy, having come into this phenomenal world to expand your divine pastime for the sake of the fallen souls.
O Gopinath, I am so sinful that although all the demons attained your lotus feet, Bhakti Vinoda has remained without me.
Gopinath is sinner for each person and he begs for an eternal place at the divine feet. Please make him your mercy.
So we chant this song. I will chant the first line, then you repeat, and then I'll chant the second two lines, and then you repeat. Okay? Gopinath Mama Nivedana Vishai Dujana Sadaka Marata Ichunai Moraku Vishai Dujana Sadaka Marata Ichunai Moraku Amara Parasatu Too late. Don't wait so long. Dun, Gopinath. Hey, try it again. Gopinath. you're too enthusiastic. Okay, wait. Do one line first. Gopina. Too fast. Okay, I chant the whole line, okay? But it's got to be done in the proper meters.
Will you raise your hand when you want us to sing?
Okay. Gopina Amara Parasatu Tomara Charani Loyal Sarana Tomara Sore Started too quick. Not too quick, not too slow. You gotta get it right. No. Gopina. Which verse is it? Kemoni Sodi Bimoni. Try it again. Gopina. Kemoni Sodi Bimoni. Kali Tomara Asiya Papanche Lila Koi Vishnu Vishnu Karane Asiya Papanche Lila Koi Vishnu Asura Sakala Paila Karana Vinoda Takilo Asura Sakala Paila Karana Vinoda Takilo Gopina Gopina Very good. Super. Huh?
23.
Ecstasy is increasing. We won't actually read the translation for this, but I will just give a summary. This is about the different qualities of Lord Chaitanya. His complexion, kind of clothes which he wore, and the path that he encouraged us to follow. It's a very nice song. This is by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya.
It was 23. Navagoram Navapushparam Navabhavaram Navalasparam
So I will just speak for a few minutes before the ceremony next. There's some Prabhupada pastimes. Would you like that? Once a devotee asked Prabhupada if there were any mosquitoes in the spiritual world. He said if there are, they don't bite, they sing. One time here in London, Prabhupada was walking in the Russell Square Park next to the temple, or close by, and it was a cold morning, and the water puddles had turned into ice. And he did something very unusual, because he was usually quite conservative when he went on his morning walk. Sometimes he would speak, but he did something interesting. He came up to the ice puddle, and with his cane he cracked the ice. And then he went to the next puddle, and he cracked the ice again. And this way he went on several times. And at one point he stopped, and he pointed to the ice puddle and said, "What does this mean?" And we all kind of looked at each other, what does it mean? One devotee said, "It's ice, Prabhupada." I said, "I know it's ice, but what does it mean?" And none of us could answer. Well, then suddenly he said, "Ice is Maya. The natural constitution of water is liquid, but when it comes in contact with freezing weather, it becomes ice, and very slippery and dangerous." He said, in the same way, our hearts are naturally very soft. But because we've had so much contact with Maya, our hearts have become hard. So he continued the analogy. He said, just like this morning the sun will rise and it will melt these ice puddles and retain its natural constitution. He said, in the same way, if you take this chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra seriously, then the hard heart will also melt. Your natural constitution will rekindle. So therefore, Prabhupada said this daily chanting of 16 rounds, rising early, chanting 16 rounds, reading the Shastras, because we need to know why we're doing what we're doing, and all these other different activities that we do. He said it's the backbone of everything you do. We do a lot of things during the day, but this sadhana bhakti is very important. It's the backbone of everything else we do. You know, you may have had problems with your back, and when that happens, it's kind of like the whole body just collapses. You cannot function, because the back is very important. So in the same way, our daily sadhana bhakti practices are so important. And when I was here in England, I was doing school presentations in the primary schools, primary and secondary schools, because they had to learn Hinduism as a subject, because it's a multi-racial country. Hinduism must be spoken, and they knew that in general Indians themselves, they don't want to teach. You may know that your husbands are businessmen, they like to do business, but they wouldn't go to the school and preach. So we Hare Krishna devotees were the only ones they could ask. Said, "Can you come to our school and give some Hindu presentations?" So I was doing the whole southwest area, going early in the morning to the school, setting up a shrine, transforming the class into a temple. And I had my incense, I had a special incense The incense was so special that when I lit it, offered it, all the other teachers in the school, they would come into their room and they would smell it and wonder, where does that smell come from? And they would search out my classroom, which I was giving the presentation. And they said, can you come to our classroom too? In this way, it was about filling their senses, their eyes, their nose, their ears, with Krishna Katha, Krishna smells. And the girls, I would give them a gopi skirt. Some of them never even had a skirt on before in their life. And they didn't even want to take it off. Anyway, we would do these presentations. And one day I came to one school, and the teacher in the school, in this particular class, she was very, very passionate. If she did something, you have seen it? Passion. She had me for 2 hours, and then she went for lunch. And then suddenly she had a transformation that was so obvious, even the other teachers were looking at her. She was going like this. The teacher said, what happened to you? She said, I don't know. What did you do this morning? We had a Hindu teacher. His name's Dhirasanta. Maybe it was his incense, I don't know. But there was something about him. It wasn't what he said, but it was how he said it. So she came and she said, and not only that, you know my class is the worst class in the school. He had them spellbound. They were so silent. So she came and asked me at the end of the day, so what is it with you? You transformed me and you transformed my whole class. How did you do it? So then I explained, I showed her my beads. I said, before coming to your class, your school this morning, I chanted 2 hours on these beads, the names of God. And this is what makes me different to any other teacher. And it's a fact. You may have noticed yourself. You may have noticed yourself in your workplaces that people look at you and they wonder, how come you're so peaceful? How come you don't become angry? How come you're always smiling? And the answer, of course, is because we're practicing Krishna consciousness. So please continue with your services every day. It's very pleasing to Guru and Krishna. There's no loss or diminution. There can only be benefit for you. Any questions you want to ask? You see, in India, I was first in India in 1973. During that time, all the ladies were wearing saris and nice devotional dresses. Now in India, the sari industry has collapsed because the ladies are wearing jeans. This is a real disgrace, actually, when you think of it, that culture, your culture, your Vedic culture is becoming more and more diminished. When I was in Delhi during the Gaur Purnima festival this year. I was giving a class and I apologized to the people. I said I've come on behalf of the British government to say sorry. We came there and we made an attempt to destroy the Vedic culture, the Vedic principles you had deep within your mind and hearts. Prabhupada himself said that what the British did in India, the atrocities they did, imaginable. In fact, he gave a class once to us. Because everywhere he went, he studied the people of that country. And in England, we're known to be very proud. We have our nose.
What? I say a lot touch the salt.
They speak down the nose. So he needed to bring our nose down. So he said in one class, did you know it was the British that started the animal slaughter in India? Did you know it was the British that started the tea drinking in India? Did you know it was the British that forced people to come away from their land, rural areas, and into the city? They were the first to build the cities. And he was going one after another what the British had done, systematically destroying that culture which was so much prevalent at the time, a peaceful culture. They had sent one colonel to go first to see what was India like, and then he was asked to report back after 1 year. After 1 year, he reported back and he told his superiors that in India there are no thieves. In India, everyone lives in the country. In India, there are more cows than people. And he spoke of all good things. All good things. And then they sat around the table discussing how they were going to come to India and destroy everything. And they started with the educational system. They said, how can a blue boy, 7 years old, lift up Govardhan Hill? It's not possible. Therefore, your religion is mythology. So, they succeeded actually in one sense because, in India, it's so much different now than before. But still, what I've noticed is that they haven't entered into your minds and hearts completely. Because otherwise, why are you sitting here tonight on the floor? Why are you sitting and chant bhajans? Why are you worshipping the deity and the cows still? You still cannot forget the roots that have been given to you by your predecessors, by the sadhus and sages of the past. And now Krishna consciousness is also encouraging you, take it up. Don't wear Levi jeans. Don't dye your hair. Don't do all these silly things which you're supposed to do to be accepted in society. Keep to your roots. Keep to your practices. Be faithful. And we will start a new revolution. The British, they had a saying, the sun never set on the British Empire, because that's some given time in the day where the sun was shining, the British Empire existed. It was so big, so widespread, that there was always the sun shining in the British Empire. Now I have a little joke. I say it never rises in the British Empire. But what we can say is that the sun does not set on the ISKCON Empire. Worldwide, we are chanting, dancing, presenting Krishna consciousness. At any given place within the world where the sun is shining, the devotees are chanting and dancing. So this is Lord Chaitanya's special favor, that it's his age now, it's not Kali's age, it's Lord Chaitanya's age, and his purpose is to enlighten the whole world with this Vedic culture, teachings and practices. So please keep up your practices and be happy. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much again, Dhirasanta Maharaj, for sharing your knowledge with us and sharing all these bhajans with us. So now the next part of the program will be the Julan Yatra. We will swing our ships. So let me just check. Robert, do we need anything? So standing. Anything else?